Hey, good morning, friends. Welcome to Watcher of Realms. We are aware about this. Showcase your defense lineup. That's fun, actually. What is there? Oh, I thought they were going to give it to only the American players, but it seems it's been given to others also. Well, thank you. Okay. We go over here. That's gold. Of course. Skill crystal. That's extremely valuable. There's one very important thing that's obviously shown up in the game, not new, but let's look at it. So, one, we always go to the notice center to see what they have to talk about. So, event announcement. Dear Commander, starting 21st Jan, which is today, we will launch Luminance sign-in event bringing numerous rewards to our commanders as a token of our gratitude for your continued support. So this is a thank you. After this crazy time, there's going to be rare, legendary, and summoning crystal, and of course, legendary skill crystal involved during this period of 21st till 9th of February. So there's going to be action packed. I think it is a pre to Valentine's Day because after the 9th is going to be straight away the Valentine's week, which means boom, boom, boom. Plans there. Shard assembly has begun yesterday, so please be into it very clearly. This is a marketing event which is aimed at pitching for a specific hero. I am only hoping that Allura is the other artifact shard event happened, and Allura is not somebody who's a great hero for many players, especially the high-end ones who summon and so on and so forth. But I think over a period, I have a free-to-play account in which I've got a crazy collection of heroes. So all free, 0 cent spent. So if one is ready to grind, you can get many heroes. And of course, luck plays its own role. So I hope BeelzeBuB is good, and we're going to go straight there to find out what do I think. That's what I would like to speak about. In terms of guides, of course, this is going on, but BeelzeBuB's details have arrived over here, but we will access it in the event section of the game to see what's going on. A little creepy. So we go over here, and now it's very clear that 1+1 is also coming on Saturday, but on 24th, which is Friday, it's going to be the regular crazy 2x regular invocation, and also divine is going to have special divine and special invocation of these heroes. So this fellow is the new one that everybody is very gung-ho about, especially the ones who have tested him. I don't have access to it, so I haven't tested this hero, don't have much of an idea. I can only read and decide from here as to what's going on. So BeelzeBuB, part of the cultist faction, and when you tap it, you can clearly see who all are there. So I don't have a cultist legendary lord, but which is Morrigan and Demi. Between the two of them, I would love to get Demi. She's harder, but I have got the other fellows who are relatively easy to get. And in that gang, these are the heroes that I have. So if I look at, I've got some decent numbers. The important ones that matter, all matter, but the important ones that help manage through the game. So I have those, and they have been added. Going back, there's no review because the hero has not been released in the global server. But let's look at Lord of the Flies, Magic Mage, Legendary, summoning the putrid flies. BeelzeBuB excels at support, capable of slowing and severely weakening his enemies. So he doesn't kill, but he is primarily support via slowing and severely weakening the enemies and letting allies knock those enemies off. Now, the key thing for him is he provides ally buff. We'll find out what is it. And summon. So he summons the putrid flies who do their thing. Talent. Damage dealt by the hero and the putrid flies inflicts slow on the targets. So putrid flies inherit 100% of the hero's attributes, roam within the hero's basic range, which is right there. That's 4 tiles by 3, those 12, and there is one on top. Basic attack range and deal 100% damage to 5 enemies with basic attacks. So 5 fellows get a whack and inflict slow. What is it? It's a 2-second slow. 2 second is 4 times the 0.5 many fellows do. So this is really good. 2 second is a good slow. Now we move forward to all these red boxes that we see where his skills are there. We look at the skills. So the basic attack is AoE magic attack, deals 100% AoE damage to 5 enemy targets. And this can be scaled up by 20%, by plus 20, the attack. So periodic rage regen, it can be scaled up by 20, not attack, sorry. Periodic rage regen can be scaled up. Corrupted Swarm is the ultimate for 16 seconds, which can be scaled up, I would like to believe. Effect duration can be scaled up by 6 seconds, so it'll go to 22. That's my belief. Summon putrid flies, we know what they do, and the putrid flies generate a powerful vortex that pulls up to 10 nearby enemies towards its center with 2x strength and inflicts slow. Is this slow? Yeah, it's the same 2 second. The vortex lasts for 5 seconds. I would like to understand what is this effect. Is it the vortex effect that can be scaled up by 6 seconds, or the ultimate can be scaled up by 6 seconds to 22? Needs to be found out. But we can see in the video of the ultimate what it does. It covers a big area and then pulls everybody to the center, and bam. Moving forward, Plague of Ruin. That's 5-second cool off, if I remember that sign. During the ultimate, the hero and the putrid flies release Plague of Ruin 1 time every 5 seconds, dealing 150% AoE magic damage to up to 8 targets and inflicting vulnerability magic damage on them. Vulnerability taken plus 10% takes effect only when stronger than the current buff debuff on the same attribute. Cooldown of -2 is available, so it goes to 3 seconds. That's a pretty speedy cooldown, and the target is 8 targets, so they can be skilled up to 2 more, so that's 10 targets. We move to the last portion. Passive Darkness Rising. During the ultimate, applies 35% inspiration, and this inspiration can be scaled up by 15%, so it goes to plus 50%. Inspiration. What is inspiration? Increases attack proportional to the caster's attack. While this effect is active, other buffs affecting inspiration will not take effect. Additionally, the caster is immune to such buffs. Caster's attack is less, so it will not be the inspiration according to the hero's buff, the target's buff, or the ally's buff. This is the caster's buff. It's very clearly. So the caster is the inspiration caster, that's BeelzeBuB. So we'll look at his numbers. Then reduces the attack interval of all allied summons adjacent to putrid flies by 25%. That's cool, speeds them up. Attack interval reduction is by 25%, so it's another plus 5, so will be by 30%. Now we go to see the hero's stats at max level. Oh, this looks like a epic hero technically. Yes, the hero is doing a lot of things, but in terms of stats, that's an epic hero stats. Because I would like to not go roaming around. It's easy to do a little bit of jumble here and there. What's hers? There you go. She has more attack. Then magic resistance is high, defense is also higher. So, well, that's a bummer. Okay, cost is 10 and redeployment is 60. Rest of the stuff is standard. From here, the only place we can go is Awakenings. Let's check those out. So Awaken 1, vulnerability, magic damage inflicted by Plague of Ruin increases to 20%. So vulnerability is 10, it increases to 20%. Attack stats, base stats go up by plus 300 at Awaken 2, and Awaken 3 is when basic attack deals damage to the target, restores 2% rage. Awaken 4 is cost minus 2, so goes to 10 from 2. 5 is if target receives 2 instances of Plague of Ruin within 3 seconds, they will take 1 additional instance of true damage equal to 100% of the hero's attack, which is too tiny, so it won't be much. So what do I think about BeelzeBuB? Well, very clearly, his claim to fame is 3 things. Summon. Summon causes some kind of a damage or weakening of enemies. Inflicts slow on the targets, which buys you time. 2 seconds is a good time in the game because we are happy with 0.5 seconds or 1 second. And there is inspiration, even though the inspiration buff depends on the caster, which is BeelzeBuB's attack stat. That is my understanding. I haven't tested him. But still, inspiration is still useful. And if we have high damage buddies, it helps. And the cultists have a good number of high damage fellows. Let's go and quickly look at who these fellows are. So, we have got Zaris. Oh gosh, I need to find a way to. Then we have Dahlia, Vienna, the big butt kicking Anora, Magda, absolutely top out there, Uridin. Then we have got the epics, and there are some good ones, Iona and Greed and all that. So let's get out of this. That's his claim to fame. So is he game changing? Well, Mage and magic damage. Magic has its benefit. Plus 20% damage against heavy armor. So that really helps. But then there are huge fellows who are specialists in that, like Comet and various other fellows. They can be put to work. I would look at BeelzeBuB from the perspective that he is a legendary and hence he's doing damage as well as inspiration and support. So basically, I will remove the word damage. He's basically support, damage support, in the form of weakening the heroes, weakening the enemies, slowing the enemies, and giving buff to allies. So when I look at the whole play from that particular perspective, that's useful. So he's empowering his gang to achieve the target or the goal. That's it. I will leave it at that. Not supremely confident, but would like to get some more playing clarity. And for that, one has to go and see the videos where people have tested BeelzeBuB. I haven't seen any of the videos yet. So that's where I will leave it. But Alora still comes to mind. So, and her artifact. So why is the artifact being given so that people pull BeelzeBuB? Why would the game want BeelzeBuB to be pulled? Because if he's fantastic, people will chase him as it is. He's a legendary. So that's it. Maybe now is the time where Dolores is smiling from the corner that, hey, you guys, sweeties, to all players, darlings, sweeties, I'm there. Do you really want BeelzeBuB? And that's the worry for Moonton. I will leave it at that. Next hero, a legendary one, is Zilitu. Now she is fantastic. Just need to click review and it clearly shows what she does. She's basically top notch almost throughout the game. Very clearly, when you look at it, before that, she is single target attack, continuous damage. That continuous damage is mayhem. So you have this 100 damage to one enemy, and block targets take 20% more damage, which can be scaled up by 20 further percentage. So blocked fellows will take 20% more, which will be 120 plus this 20. Rest of that one enemy will get 120 full skill up. Will of Hegemony is the ultimate. What does it do? 25 seconds. When triggered, deals 300% extra damage in a larger range for 25 seconds. Now you can see the range over there, which is 4x3, massive range for a fighter. Inflicting burning, and she really burns the hell out of you. That's 5 seconds. Dealing 20% continuous magic damage per second. Burning effects from different sources can coexist. So I have used a combination of Zilitu with Hex and also at times with Ajax or IX. Brilliant job. The effect duration is increased by 1 second for every kill during the skill, and this is really awesome. So as enemies start popping, 1 second extra helps. Effect duration plus can get scaled up by 10 seconds, so it'll move to 35. And of course, there's good amount of benefit of damage increase. That's from 300 to 380 skill up, also possible. We move into the passive, which is Soul Siphoning. Each attack launched deals extra true damage equal to 40% attack one time if the target's HP is higher than 80%. So more HP, hammer away. Extra true damage can be scaled up by 20%, which will become 60. Moving to the last passive, which is Empress Might. Charges energy after 3 seconds of not dealing damage. Increases damage by 5% per second up to 25%. The charged energy will be consumed in 1 second and damage increase will end. This can be further scaled up by 5%. she charges pretty fast. The first one, you just place her and she's charged. That is extremely useful. Cost is 18, block 2, standard. We look at the numbers. She is an earlier hero, so not absolutely crazy, but I would claim to be the numbers are pretty decent, so no complaints over there. Going into Awakenings, so I have mine at A2. She just became A2. Soul Siphoning remaining HP requirement is lowered to 70% from that, I think it was 80%. So that really helps. Awaken 2 is crit damage increase plus 15%. This one is where it's super. There is skill up from 25 to 35 available, and that goes to 45 seconds. 45 seconds, she is bad news. So that's A3. I am looking forward to A3. That then she will obviously have crazier impact. Rage Regen plus 2 is Awaken 4 and recovers 10% HP for every stack of recharge consumed during Empress Might. So that's the passive. Every stack of recharge consumed, 10% HP. She is a top fighter, and she's a magic fighter, which means heavy armor is obliterated. That's it. So that's Zilitu, two really cool heroes, one doing a lot. So BeelzeBuB, I will not say it's bad. Even from reading the hero card, I see a lot of use. I would like to understand whether it's game changing and from a free to play perspective, whether one has to really put all the resources on to get. Like many tried their best to get Yuri. Do you really want to get BeelzeBuB? Because I personally will say you will still get her. Get it now, next week, or the week after, or at least in a month or two, because you will summon using the resources that you get, whether you buy, create, save. That's that. So that's that. And then we have got Vorod. So you can get an idea as to what fellow players who have used him have said, where he is useful. Then apart from that, you have got Nazim. You can see the use primarily in Titanic Ruins, Immortal Codex, otherwise left alone. So very niche, extremely niche. Olag is still a end game defender tank. That's it. And you can look at Awaken 5, which is easy to get. When the ultimate is triggered, grants permanent damage reduction of the same duration to adjacent allies. So that's that. 20% it is. So that's what's coming during the weekend. I will say good luck and plan for it. Whoever doesn't have Zilitu, this is a good opportunity to snag her at 15x drop rate. Whoever is looking at building forward, she's again available at 15x snaggy rate. BeelzeBuB, good. I'm going to wish for both of them coming in a single 10x. That's it. I don't think so I will have much possibility of a 1+1, honestly speaking. Unless, actually, it is a good possibility in pity. But the point is, two heroes are worth snagging. So you would rather try out your pity over there. But certain people can still go for the 1+1 because you'll get two heroes. Who? We don't know. So that's going to be there. Knowing that amount in the last month that has been summoned, I don't see too much of craziness for that 1+1 by many. Now, if you're a new player, fresh player, or player who just started a month or two and have got resources, 1+1 will be useful. because relatively a new hero or an awakening of some hero will pop out. So that's that. But this portal is good because there are three useful heroes that are available clearly over here. Olag, if you already have, then you can awaken using this and hence use those epic soul stones for something more rare or something more urgent. And then you have Zilitu worth picking up and BeelzeBuB, who's doing a lot. So when I look at it, he's doing a lot. That's it. I will leave it at that. Good luck and catch you in the next video. Cheers.